Alrighty, I'm going to be doing something a little different here today. I'm going to be playing the Slay the Princess demo because I saw the trailer a while ago and I've been waiting for it to come out or for a demo to come out, and apparently there's been a demo for a while. It's a hefty demo too. It was 2 gigabytes, but yes, it is a horror game. Full list of content warnings will be there. I'm not gonna check it. I don't think there's gonna be anything in this game that's going to cause me any problems. I like the pointer finger. But you know, if you need to check that, it's blacktabbygames.com. And here's the thing. This is a horror game. Oh, I love that logo. This is a horror game, and I don't really like horror games. I don't really like horror as a genre. I feel like when I full screen, please. Don't skip anything for now. I'm gonna keep animated backgrounds on. We'll see if I need to change any of this, because with the demo itself being so hefty, there's a chance that my computer will just refuse. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like when I'm going into a game that I know is supposed to be scary, or a movie or something, it just kind of doesn't. Like, it just doesn't scare me.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Mm-hmm.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Sure is. So yeah, I don't know. There's a good chance that I'm just not going to be very interested in this, which is why I'm playing the demo, because the concept is really interesting, you know? Like a choice-based horror game about killing a princess who may be an eldritch monster, who knows? It's interesting, but I don't know.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Great. But yeah, I don't know, I'm just... a lot of horror just kind of bores me. Like, even sections that are supposed to be scary in, like, games where I'm not prepared for it, some of them it's just like, okay, whatever, man. Interesting choices. Gosh, no wonder the fucking demo is so big if there are this many choices in it at the start.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Okay.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Interesting. Now... I guess that's what they meant when they said animated backgrounds.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Okay.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Interesting. I do enjoy games where the narrator is a bit of a character unto themselves, like they have their own thoughts and opinions, and they will occasionally bitch at you. You know, Stanley Parable. Oh, there's another game. Another game like that.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Great. Sweet.
That's the spirit.
Of course. Who hasn't wanted to kill a monarch? Alrighty.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
And I'm not gonna go through all of the options on a list because I don't know if that, well, maybe I should have. Because it seemed like explore is maybe the option to get more information, and then the ones that don't say explore are perhaps.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Okay, and the ones that don't say explore
We're not going
are
to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Okay, well, that's not the voice of this hero. Viva la Revolution, or whatever I said. But yeah, okay, maybe I should have gone through the other explore options. I'll do that from now on, because it seems like I probably could have picked multiple.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Well, he sounds a lot like you. Maybe I
The
just
interior of the
don't
cabin
have
is
good hearing.
almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Mm-hmm. Yes, okay, so I probably can do all the
You
explore
take the
options.
blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
So explore options, yeah, I probably can pick all of them, and then it's the ones that don't say explore that I need to concern myself with.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Definitely the voice of an eldritch
She
monstrosity.
sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Does she?
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I think I'm here to kill you. Let's try it.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
I mean, what did she expect? What did you expect? Oh, interesting.
Walk down the stairs and lock
Wait,
eyes
her
with
grippy
the
hand is
princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
And she's managed to get out of one chain, it looks like.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
Uh-huh.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
No. I haven't decided yet. Let's go with that.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
We can talk, but I'm not
Look
putting
how
her in.
reasonable she's being. We should just
What?
drop the blade and talk things out.
No.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Now, see, that's not why I said I wanted to talk. The hero is making a lot of assumptions about what it is I want to do.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Uh-huh.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see the razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing.
Why did they only give me a knife? Like, I figure if she's dangerous enough, just give me something with reach. Give me a long sword. Give me a bow.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late.
Alrighty. Let's see how easily she's
Doubt,
gonna kill us.
unfortunately, clouds your thoughts
Does
as you
it?
attempt to run her through.
Now, is doubt clouding my thoughts because I picked an option to talk earlier? Because that's stupid.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
Okay.
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
I'm kidding.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job.
Our friend. Okay, so is the narrator referring to the hero, like the physical body and the voice of the hero as different people there? Or is the narrator referring directly to me, the player, there? That writing needs a little bit
You
of...
clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
Yep.
The two of you fall to the floor.
Well, okay.
This was fun.
Good
The
talk.
princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
It's weird if she really is an eldritch
You put up
monstrosity.
more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder,
Yeah, she's not gonna actually die from this.
do you really think this is the end?
So, like, why did they only give me a knife?
There it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and the terrifying conviction in her words.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have the time to worry over such things. Everything goes black, and you die.
Great.
You're on a path in the woods. You're
Yeah.
here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Great. Okay. I'm gonna see how many of these I can do before the narrator gets pissed off. at me.
Terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Who is the voice of the hero then? Because the voice of the hero, me, narrator, and the body all seem to be 4 separate people in this instance. So,
You
like,
know I
what in
can
the
hear you,
hell?
right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that
Okay,
matters
voice of the
is marching up to
stubborn.
that
That's a
cabin
5th
and
voice.
winning. That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Okay.
It hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. Like I said, we've just met for the first time, you and I.
Except it's not happening exactly, because now there's this another voice. There's the voice of the hero and the voice of the stubborn and the narrator and the physical body I am piloting around and me. So, like, what's... Okay.
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
So it looks like these are just
Let's say for a moment
one
that this
dialogue
really is the second time
tree at a
you've met,
time, which
or at least
this
a
isn't
version.
really what I wanted.
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We did our best with the information we were given, and we did kill her, and yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations, you've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that Your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
I bet the knife's not gonna be there.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's
Except
right
there's
back
a
where they
new
started.
voice,
That sounds
dumbass.
pretty consequence-free to me.
This is really... Can I just kill the voice of the hero? Like, get that knife, find wherever he is, get him out of the way, because he's annoying.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different
Man,
world
If I
entirely?
knew this was going to turn into a big dialogue thing, I would have picked a more interesting option.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? Ugh. Enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win.
Can I kill this guy
Nothing
too?
else matters.
He's annoying.
Couldn't agree more. The cabin and your destined confrontation with the princess.
Alright, yeah, let's talk about
Just
this
be quick
fucking
about
princess. All she did last time was beat me to death. How can someone like that end the world? Why was she strong enough to beat me to death with her bare hands? He locked her in the basement. What is this place? We'll do that.
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin, and you'll be fine.
That's incredibly stupid for you to say, but okay. I...
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Alright, I'm on team kill the narrator now, too. They're all fucking annoying.
Oh, this is mad.
Shut
There's
up,
nothing
Stubborn.
wrong with getting the full picture.
Shut up,
Sure there
hero.
is. It's way...
Anyways. Yeah, it's like, I'm a little annoyed by this setup because it feels like it's gonna be all talking, and I don't know that that's very interesting to listen to. And also, if I have to do 3 separate dialogue options,
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate, and otherwise, what else would we even need to know? Exactly.
the less you know about her, the better. How?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know we were special. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
I don't know. This quote-unquote princess could, like, beat me to death with her bare hands. I think that's kind of like, you know.
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her.
Okay, so
just
yeah.
Go in, do your job.
It
and
does
say,
consider, I guess, me having spoken to her once.
Great. Now, if you don't mind,
Yeah, shut up.
a warning. She will lie.
Yeah.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
I bet every time I die, I'm gonna get another voice, and it's gonna be annoying.
Are you sure about that?
The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is.
The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Crystal.
Great.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest. Its cold stone
Okay,
walls
yeah,
press
this
in on
is
you,
new.
as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination.
I think
The
that's
only
the same
furniture of
blade,
note
though.
is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. See? Even the
Shut
The
up.
blade is your implement.
I know. Say anything about the mirror on the wall. This whole cabin's
Very
different from last
different.
time.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
I wish I had asked more questions, but it seems like I would have only been able to ask like a couple of them. So it, which is really annoying because I want to get all the dialogue options, and I want to know why is he being so contradictory
So focus up.
about all this?
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You already wasted so much time in the wood.
Shut up, stubborn.
As do I. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
I don't know what the point of the stubborn is when he's literally just the narrator with an angrier tone. Anyways, I don't look in the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
See? I should have wiped the mirror, because now I know I'm probably a hot monster.
But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
Why do they make me still listen to your voice lines, Stubborn? I'm
Take the
skipping them
blade from
because
the
you're
altar.
annoying.
It would be difficult to slay the princess and...
Shut up. Maybe you should give me a better weapon next time, narrator.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Is it? She sounds almost exactly the same. She's just, like, slightly more angry.
Good. Sounds
Oh,
like
shut
one.
up,
As much as I
Stubborn.
appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step,
Yeah.
the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
Okay.
Is it just me, or does she look stronger than she used to? Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
No, she just looks like somebody drew a sexy devil OC that's a woman. Like, she looks no stronger. She just looks like a sexy devil woman. If you wanted her to look stronger, here's a pro tip. Draw her stronger. Don't give her a tail and sexy cloven hooves and these tiny little horns. Make her look stronger instead of just making her look like a sexy devil lady. Jesus.
This time.
Shut up,
we're
Stubborn.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
Cool.
And you brought your little knife, too. Yes. I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Okay. Whatever. The adversary. I don't care. Okay. Alright. 10 words to find in the demo. So, I guess that's what I'm going to try and do. Because so far it's not particularly interesting to me. All of the narrator voices are boring and uninteresting. Little thing, Scab smolders. I watch her. I'm assuming she had something to do with the... Can I load that game? No. I guess I didn't say that. Alright, let's start over.
You're on a path. You're here
Yep.
to
Okay. Okay with the world ending. Let's ask him this.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
I wonder if because I died in the first round, in the second round, both of us are devil people.
I mean, maybe some people do. Nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Sure. Not doing this. What are you
I'm
doing?
talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Yeah, could you, like, actually fucking give me some information for
She's not
once?
dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out. Which she will.
Okay. So you're not actually gonna tell me anything. Ever.
The more specifics you have, the harder it will be
Why?
for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her, because listening to her is in their nature. And when they do, everything will come crashing down.
There we go. You're giving me something there.
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
See, I don't like this because what they're doing is basically they're writing a bunch of pointless voice lines that all say basically exactly the same thing, no matter what option you choose. And then you choose them because you're like, well, okay, tell me more, and then he never does. He's never going to. So kind of all this doesn't matter, right? Like, like this, he's probably going to explain the prophecy
Oh,
thing.
if only that were the case. But I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said,
Yeah, see, he doesn't even explain. He doesn't even explain the stupid prophecy thing here. So why did they allow me to ask that question if they know that they... I don't like stuff like this because it's just like... At some point, it's too many options for you to be telling me literally nothing still.
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Like, I get it, you like having your sassy narrator, and he's funny. I love this. He's right. But, like, at some point you have to be like, okay, is this too many options that are saying exactly the same thing? Yes, maybe we should cut them down a little. Sure.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
Alright.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us. So sure, go, talk to her.
Sure.
See how that turns out for all of you. You make your way up the shore. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess.
Shut up,
Ignore
hero.
him. He doesn't.
We literally just had that whole conversation in which I asked that question, and then Hero's like, oh,
The
we're
interior
supposed
of
to
the
say
cabin is
this.
almost
Fuck
entirely
you.
bare. The
Just
air
stop
is
it.
blade is your
With all of the useless, like,
you take the
extra
blade from the table.
dialogue. Also, why didn't the voice of the hero pop in at all
The door
during
to the
all of that
basement
questioning?
creaks open, revealing a staircase faint. Her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous.
No, she
Don't let it
doesn't.
fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good. You're still
Shut
listening
up,
to
narrator.
reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
Just one
binding
though.
her
I
to
do
the
wonder
farm.
what happened to the other one.
She's so coldly beautiful.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Let's see what happens if I just do what
You
the
step
narrator
forward,
says.
your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop.
Do you hear the
Whatever.
conviction in her voice? She's
Shut up,
unarmed.
hero.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Yeah, let's just
Oh.
do it the way
This
that.
is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
There it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and the terrifying conviction in her words. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be a lie. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over?
Quiet, hero.
It's over. Don't get all worked up.
What is the
We should
hero
make sure.
even?
What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I
I mean-
really don't think... And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back.
I'm gonna check for this.
You lean down and place your hand against her neck.
We definitely won't if you keep talking.
I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why are you suddenly trying to call that into question? Wait, what was that? You know what that was. That was the sound of a heartbeat, followed by another, and another.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Something sharp digs into your side, the shock of it sending your nerves into a pained frenzy.
Quick, let's get out of here.
Okay.
It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess
Manifesting a
twists
gun
a
from
blade
my
of her
enemy to kill
own
him with.
deeper
I see.
between your ribs.
So if I had pulled the blade out, this wouldn't have happened. That's fine.
As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
Why did they leave the blade still in her chest? Did she put the blade back in her chest after killing me
An
with it?
eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now. See you around.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you.
There wasn't
Whatever
any
that's worth.
hesitation.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The razor. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay.
Great. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Are we sure we don't want to turn around and hightail it out of here? I really don't want to be stabbed to death again.
Where's the flinching?
Stabbed to death. And you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed. But that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us. Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons. So there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
I mean, yeah, the flinching is basically saying all of the things that I would have said. Okay, it's just the same question. I only have the one option. I'm gonna proceed to the cabin and see what,
A warning. She will lie. No. No, we can't go in there. Do either of you feel sick? Because I feel sick just thinking about that place. We're going to die again, and I bet it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
It's good to be careful, but you're really not helping with all that talk about death and dying. Agreed. Just ignore that.
Wow, that's mean. He's doing his best. So the first was the Adversary, and what was the second
The
chapter?
interior of the cabin is a
Oh.
jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards. Their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass.
Yeah.
The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your...
Are we not going to acknowledge that the door is already off its hinges?
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's definitely... There isn't. Can you two stop arguing? It's stressful enough in here without all of this noise.
I'm just gonna approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next... It's really...
Wipe mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the... It was there a second. Now it's gone. For the love of everything, can we just get this over with already? All this waiting is killing me.
Alrighty. Grab the blade.
You take the blade from the table. Okay. Holding it feels a little better. Maybe we can make it through this.
I like the flinching more. Just because he's saying all the stuff that I would have said. You know? He seems like less of a... He's saying exactly the same thing as the hero's saying, or he's saying exactly the same thing as the narrator's saying. You know, just in like a different tone of voice. He actually has his own opinions. The door was already open, man. We didn't need to open it.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall.
Oh, he's not saying if she lives here.
Air seeping up from below
Oh, no.
has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. You can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably
Also,
be doing her a favor.
Sorry if you can hear them downstairs. I think hockey's on. So there.
That's right! Scraping! I told you she has something. I told you!
Yeah.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of here.
You mean the one chain she has? Because the other one is
Her
not holding
grating
her.
voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
Something wrong with that voice. I can hear her bloodlust.
All of her voices kind of do sound a little
As you
bit the
descend the
same.
final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
I can't tell if that's bad voice acting or if the princess is just a bad actor.
We're not falling for it. She's tricking us. Can't you hear that threatening edge to her voice? She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down. Then it'll all happen again.
Like, I can't tell if that's the voice actress that's bad at voice acting or if it's the princess who's just bad at pretending she doesn't want to murder us.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Yeah, I think she's just a razor. I think she's just a bad... The princess wants to kill. She's just bad at pretending she doesn't. Okay. Let's see, how long has this video been going for? Can I try? No. I think I'm going to end this episode here. I might try and get all of the roots. Because, yeah, I don't know. As annoying as the many characters all saying the same thing and the redundant voice lines are, this is an interesting idea, and I'm sure somebody who is really into horror might find this more interesting and fun. You know, so maybe I'll go through and I'll do the 10 things that are in the demo, so that somebody who would really love this game and is really interested can go and, you know, knows what they're getting themselves into and can go and get this game when it comes out. Already having, you know, the knowledge of the chapter 2, you know. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's annoying also because another thing that really bothers me is that all of the voice lines are something that no matter what, like, he's always saying the same thing. It does not matter what you tell him in the second part. So it kind of makes me wonder why they added all those. Oh. Hello, princess. It kind of makes you wonder why they bothered adding all those voice lines if they're all going to be redundant. And it's not like anything he was saying was particularly, like, you know, interesting or like, you know, really amped up the atmosphere. Because it was just stuff he said so many times before. I don't know. Maybe in the full game they'll cut down on the amount of explore options where it's just him going, no, that didn't happen, no, XYZ isn't happening, and it's just, because it really is boring, you know? Like, why add an option to look at an interesting thing if all that's going to happen is that it's basically, like, you're just going to be told, no, that didn't happen. Like, why acknowledge it then? You know? Why spend the time? Why not just grab the knife and go and stab her? But, yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there are other people to whom this is all riveting, but maybe it's just my general boredom with the horror genre. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see if I do more of the endings. And I'll see you next time. Oh yeah, if you want to see more of these endings or all the other stuff I'm doing, I put out episodes Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. I'll be here.